Enlightened relationships. 1. Salvation is here and now, not in time. Many believe that fulfillment comes through romantic relationships, thinking a partner will make them whole. This perspective often projects salvation into the future, contingent on finding the right person. However, true salvation, which is fulfillment, peace, and the joy of being, is not something to be attained later, but is available in the present moment. The pursuit of physical pleasures or psychological gratification is a search for this salvation from a feeling of lack, but any satisfaction is temporary and leads to projecting fulfillment into an imaginary future. Time is often seen as the means to salvation, yet it is the greatest obstacle, as the present moment is the only point of access. You are already there. You realize God when you stop seeking. 2. Most relationships are flawed without presence. Until the consciousness of presence is accessed, all relationships, especially intimate ones, are deeply flawed and become dysfunctional. Initial periods of seeming perfection, like being in love, inevitably give way to arguments, conflicts, and dissatisfaction. Many romantic relationships devolve into love-hate dynamics, oscillating between positive and negative poles, to which couples can become addicted for the drama it provides. While eliminating negative cycles might seem ideal, the positive and negative are interdependent aspects of the same dysfunction in what is commonly called romantic relationships, not true love, which arises beyond the mind. Continuous love is rare, like conscious human beings, though glimpses are possible in the gaps between thoughts. 3. Addictive relationships stem from a sense of lack. The intense desire for romantic love relationships arises from a deep-seated feeling of fear, need, lack, and incompleteness inherent in the unenlightened human condition, with both physical and psychological dimensions. Physically, being either male or female creates a longing for the opposite polarity, a spiritual yearning to overcome duality and return to wholeness, with sexual union offering the closest physical experience. Psychologically, identification with the mind leads to an externally derived sense of self, feeling vulnerable and constantly seeking external validation. A special relationship initially appears to solve the ego's problems by providing a focal point and a sense of meaning, seemingly dissolving feelings of incompleteness. However, this is often ego attachment and addictive clinging mistaken for love, as true love has no opposite. 4. Ego needs drive cycles of love and pain. If your love has an opposite, it's likely an ego-driven need for a more complete sense of self, temporarily met by the partner. When the partner fails to meet these egoic needs, underlying feelings of fear, pain, and lack resurface, now projected onto the partner as the cause. This triggers attacks or manipulation, hoping to induce the partner to change and again cover up the pain. Every addiction, whether to substances or a person, stems from an unconscious avoidance of facing and moving through one's own pain, bringing out pre-existing unhappiness rather than causing it. This avoidance often leads to seeking salvation in the future, fearing the pain that focusing on the now might reveal. 5. Presence transmutes addictive relationships. An addictive relationship can transform into a true one by being present and deepening that presence by focusing on the now. This is key whether alone or with a partner. For love to flourish, the light of your presence must be strong enough to prevent being overtaken by the thinker or the pain body. Knowing yourself as the being beneath the mind, the stillness under mental noise, and the love beneath pain is freedom. Disidentifying from the pain body brings presence to it, transmuting it, and disidentifying from thinking makes you the silent observer. When the mind's compulsion to judge stops through acceptance, you become free, creating space for love, joy, and peace. 6. Accepting your partner catalyzes relationship change. The greatest catalyst for change in a relationship is the complete acceptance of your partner as they are, without judgment or the need to change them. This transcends the ego, ending mind games and addictive clinging, eliminating victims and perpetrators. It also ends codependency, preventing involvement in another's unconscious patterns. This acceptance can lead to either separation in love or a deeper journey into the now together. Love is an internal state of being, not dependent on another person. In stillness, you feel your formless reality and the same life within all beings, realizing oneness, which is love. All love is the love of God. 7. True love is inclusive. Egoic love is exclusive. True love is not selective like sunlight. It doesn't favor one person over another and is not exclusive. Exclusivity is a characteristic of egoic love, not the love of God. However, the intensity of true love can vary, and one person may reflect your love back more clearly, leading to what is called a love relationship. The underlying bond is the same that connects you to everyone and everything, only felt with different intensity. Even in addictive relationships, moments of true reality can shine through when the mind subsides and the pain body is dormant, often during profound experiences like intimacy, childbirth, or in the face of death or serious illness. 8. Relationships serve as a powerful spiritual practice. As egoic consciousness faces collapse, relationships reflect humanity's crisis, often rooted in mind identification rather than being, becoming sources of pain and conflict. Instead of escaping this, accepting that relationships magnify egoic patterns and the pain body offers an opportunity for awakening. By acknowledging and fully accepting the facts of disharmony, a degree of freedom arises, allowing for transmutation. Inner transformation cannot be forced, but happens when space is created for grace and love. Therefore, be aware of your inner state in challenging relationship moments. Knowing your anger or jealousy, for example, turns the relationship into a spiritual practice or sadhana. Observing unconscious behavior in your partner with loving awareness can also facilitate change. 9. Consciousness begins with you, not your partner. Don't wait for your partner to become conscious to make your life a spiritual practice. Sanity and consciousness enter the world through you. Avoid accusing each other of unconsciousness, as arguing means identifying with a mental position, putting the ego in charge. While you can point out aspects of your partner's behavior with presence and without blame, relinquish judgment. Judgment confuses unconscious behavior with identity or projects your unconsciousness. Relinquishing judgment means being the knowing observer rather than the reacting judge, allowing things to be while bringing light to darkness. This loving presence is the greatest catalyst for transformation. An unconscious partner cannot remain so in your presence. 10. Conscious communication fosters love. If both partners agree to make the relationship a spiritual practice, it's beneficial to express thoughts and feelings openly and without blame as soon as they arise, preventing festering emotions. Learn to listen non-defensively and give each other space. Patterns of accusing, defending, or attacking become unnecessary when focused on presence. Removing mind identification and transmuting the pain body allows the bliss of a flowering relationship, reflecting inner love instead of mutual pain and egoic needs. If one partner is free while the other is identified with mind and pain body, it challenges the unconscious partner as the ego needs conflict to feel separate. 11. Women are naturally closer to being. The obstacles to enlightenment differ in emphasis for men and women. Generally, women find it easier to feel and be in their bodies, making them naturally closer to being and potentially to enlightenment. Ancient cultures often used female figures to represent formless reality as a nurturing womb. While the mind's energy is typically male, resisting, controlling, qualities needed for reconnecting with being, like surrender and non-judgment, are more closely related to the female principle. Though women have a potential advantage, most men and women are still gripped by the mind and pain body, hindering enlightenment and love. For men, the main obstacle is often the thinking mind, and for women, it's frequently the pain body. 12. Women must transmute the collective pain body. The pain body has personal and collective aspects. Women also carry the collective female pain body, accumulated through centuries of subjugation, violence, and the pains of womanhood. The pain many women experience with menstruation is the collective pain body awakening. Being taken over by this energy field leads to negative situations that feed the pain body. However, more women are now approaching full consciousness. A key task for women is to transmute the pain body to access their true selves. Identifying with pain creates resistance to healing, so realizing this attachment is the first step to breaking it. 13. Presence dissolves the pain body's grip. The pain body is trapped life energy, a living past. Identifying with it means believing the past is more powerful than the present and blaming others for your current state. The only true power is in the present moment of your presence. Some women, while relinquishing personal victimhood, may cling to a collective victim identity based on historical male dominance, which keeps them bound to the past. Use the pain body for enlightenment, transmuting it into consciousness, especially during menses. By becoming very alert as menstruation approaches and catching the first signs of the pain body's awakening with your attention, you can prevent it from taking over. 14. Menstrual cycle as a sacred time of transmutation. When the pain body fully awakens, stay present, giving it complete attention and holding the knowing without letting it control your mind. Feel its energy directly in your body. Full attention is full acceptance, leading to transmutation into radiant consciousness. Menstruation can then become a joyful expression and a sacred time for birthing new consciousness. A conscious male partner can aid this process by holding a frequency of intense presence, not reacting to the pain body's attacks as if they were his partner's true self. This creates a high-frequency energy field where illusion and pain cannot survive, fulfilling the relationship's divine purpose as a vortex of consciousness. 15. Enlightenment means relinquishing self-relationship. In full consciousness, the need for a relationship in the conventional sense changes. Though the attraction between male and female as incomplete forms remains, it's felt more peripherally. From the state of being, one can relate deeply beyond form. Being is already whole. An enlightened person may still experience a sense of lack on the surface if form-level needs aren't met, yet remain complete and at peace within. Being gay can initially be a help on the path to enlightenment by forcing disidentification from social norms, raising consciousness. However, forming an identity based on being gay can create another egoic trap. True ease comes from fully accepting the present moment. 16. True connection arises beyond self-love. The idea that you need a good relationship with yourself before others is a misconception. Unease when alone will likely resurface in relationships. The key is accepting the present moment fully, finding ease in the here and now. Having a relationship with yourself creates a mind-based duality, the root of conflict. In enlightenment, you and yourself merge. There is no self to protect or feed. Giving up the relationship with oneself heals this split, and all other relationships become love relationships.